Hey, Jeff.
Hi, Jonah. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Not bad, thanks.
You have yard site for your
Yes,
father, is it?
yes.
When is that today or is it tonight and tomorrow?
Today, tonight.
Tonight?
Yes, per the letter.
Okay. Yes. Well, I don't remember the letter, but I'm trying to remember the list. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
I mean, no, what I was saying is, who knows if that's right? But it's how the shots are here.
Yeah.
Shots are here.
Hi, Holly and or Steve.
Hello.
Hey.
I'm gonna go on mute.
Yeah, that's fine.
Some people lost power tonight.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
So up here in Olney, I mean, I got the weather service alert by text about severe thunderstorm watch, and it turned very gray and windy, but nothing else happened. How was it down in Silver Spring?
It was very windy, but Jay called to tell me what he couldn't be on tonight, but Jay was going to be there, and
Uh-huh.
he said that they lost power and a tree fell.
Huh.
How about
Well,
you, Steve?
Uh, we just got some drops. It went to the north of us, the thunderstorms, but very windy.
yeah, yeah. Hey, Julian.
Evening, all.
Evening.
Looking forward to having a live audience again, Jonah.
Yes, I am actually. We've been doing some with these B'nai Mitzvah that we've had, so that's been nice. So, um, yeah.
I still think you get more out of a live audience, Jeff, than Jonah does.
Yeah, that's true.
That's right.
That's true.
That's right.
I can't speak for Jonah, but
Yeah.
one thing that's going to change is I've been able to do shows with comics from around the world,
Oh, right.
and there was one that I was on an Australia kick because we've been watching a few shows from Australia.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do a show from Australia. So I got up at 5 o'clock and I did the show wearing my pajamas. So I can't say that, Jonah, I don't think you've
Right.
done services in your pajamas.
Right.
No,
So I'm looking forward to having people in front of me, although driving an hour uh, for a show is not always fun.
Right, exactly.
well, maybe you can have them come over to your house.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you come in the backyard.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jeff, I wanted to add, I had asked Mike Binder to do a reading because he has a yard site for his father also. And I'm limited in readings because of the bat mitzvah tomorrow, but I'm wondering if you'd like to do a reading tonight too for your yard site.
In which language is it in?
Well, it would be in English. And what prayer book do you have there? Oh, the blue one. Okay, good. So I'm thinking of on page 28. On page 28. So when we start the evening service, that'll be closer to like 6:30. If you can do that paragraph there, I'm going to sing the two lines, the Baruch Hu and the Baruch, and then I'll say, please you can be seated. And then Jeff will read this paragraph for us in English on page 28 in memory of his father.
Right. I won't say them as serious. I won't be as serious and solemn as Binder would be.
All right, there's something in italics there, like in the middle of the paragraph, that's Adonai Tsevaot. Usually it's translated Lord of Hosts, but for some reason the prayer book doesn't translate it, just leaves it in Hebrew. So it's Adonai Tsevaot. Hopefully the rest of the English you can figure out.
I'm not sure.
He's a lawyer, you know.
I don't know. So do I say Lord of Hosts or
No, say it like it's written there, Adonai Tsevaot.
So, okay. All right, pressure's on. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
You have a half an hour, more than a half an hour to practice.
Okay.
We have witnesses here and you have just signed an oral contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Now I have to remember that you're doing it, and I'll write it down so that I remember to call on you.
It was good the last time for my mother's. You said I didn't even know we had this version of the book in the house, and you told Chaim there was the one for the bat mitzvah, the Dara's bat mitzvah.
Oh, right, right.
And that was Eric's class.
Oh, there you go. So then you knew you had it.
Yeah.
Hi, Barbara.
Hi. So when are you leaving to go to New York?
I'll leave Sunday morning. Yeah, I'm helping my daughter move into a new apartment, and I'll come back on Tuesday. So, yeah.
Where is that?
So she's moving from the Upper West Side to White Plains.
Mm.
Yeah. My other daughter is going to be moving a month later from the Upper West Side to the Upper East Side. I don't know why, but that's just what she wants to do. And then my son and daughter-in-law are moving to Rhode Island to start his surgical residency. So a lot of
Nice.
transitions going on. Hey, Charlotte.
Hi, I remember when they were just kids.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Boy,
Yeah.
where did the years go to? Oh
I
my
know.
God.
I know. Time flies.
Then you can say my son the doctor.
That's right. Hi, Mindy.
Hello, Rabbi. Hello, everybody. Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.
But
You know, we quell when we hear things like that. You know, it's almost like they're our own kids. It's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah. Well, I have no more hair to lose over them, so yeah. Hey, Mel.
Shabbat
shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Yeah, but look at all the nachas you get.
Yes, that's what you hope for.
Well, you've had it through the years, so that's good
Wow.
too.
I always figured that the success of a parent was measured by the fact that my children made it to adulthood with all limbs intact.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
you're right. You just said
That's
it
right.
now.
Set the bar low. Set the bar low, and then you know that you're a success.
That's right.
Very true. Very true.
Anything after that is gravy.
That's right. That's right.
Ah.
Well, I'm glad to see everybody wasn't blown away today.
I have
Wow,
been-
what wind?
Well, Jeff Heisen said that he had heard that a few people had lost power from this.
Yeah, so far we've been lucky.
Yeah, we haven't. Yes, us too.
We're
didn't
under
lose
gale
any-
warnings here.
Oh, huh.
I didn't lose any power, but a lot of limbs,
Yeah.
not just leaves, but limbs from trees.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Even that we didn't have. The wind was blowing pretty stiffly, but it's and very gray, but hey, nothing else.
I have big trees outside my window that I keep watching.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I watched one come down in my neighbor's yard. She's got this huge tree, well over 50, 60 feet tall, and it's
Yeah.
been dead. And it's on the homeowners association
Oh,
property, but
Yeah.
right next to her line.
right.
And it came down today.
Oh, boy. Did it damage anything?
Thankfully, no, it blew
missed.
across the road.
Uh-huh.
So it didn't hit anything but the road.
That's
But
good.
she's been
Oh,
fighting
that's
with
a
the
blessing.
homeowners association to get them to take it down, and they
Right.
had, so now it's down.
Yep.
Oh,
They
but
were
it-
out there clearing it off the road.
Right, right.
Well, thank
Audrey,
God
how's your
nobody got
daughter
hurt.
doing?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Audrey, how's your daughter doing?
Not too good.
No?
The back surgery is sort of, coming along, but it's the pain in her legs now.
Oh,
The
the nerve pain.
the nerve pain, right?
Uh-huh.
And she had some blood work done and she texted me earlier today and she says, I don't think this looks good.
Oh,
She
Uh-oh.
called the doctor for an explanation because I said to her, I'm not aware of what's going on with that. I can't read those results. They're different from the ones that I get from LabCorp.
right, right.
Doesn't give you much information, so I haven't heard back from her yet
Uh-huh.
as to whether or not she was able to get in touch with the doctor.
Well, I hope everything will be okay, Audrey.
Yeah,
Our prayers are with you, believe me.
Yes.
thank you.
Hey, Al.
Good Shabbos, good Shabbos.
Shabbos.
Good Shabbos, everybody.
Good job.
Stacy.
Shabbos.
So Al, you're getting ready to fly to the Bahamas.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Had to go through all types of bureaucracy to get
Yeah.
permission to go.
Well, good luck.
Thanks.
Safe travels.
Yeah.
When are you leaving?
Tomorrow.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know why you have to go to the Bahamas. Look how beautiful your back is. It's gorgeous.
So are you going with anybody?
My daughter and my son-in-law.
Oh, wonderful.
Have a
That's
great
good.
time.
Have a good time.
Thank you. Actually, it's my daughter who set it up.
Yeah.
That's good. Hey, Paul. Hey, Deborah.
Hi.
Get started in a couple minutes. Here we go. Lansky's are doing Kiddush tonight, so they got on.
Okay.
Hello, Lansky's. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom.
Jonah.
Hello, Lansky's.
Shalom.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Charlotte, how's your little planetarium?
Oh, it's doing okay.
You
It's
still need
doing
a spray
okay.
bottle or do you have one?
Pardon me?
Do you need a spray bottle?
I have to get one.
All right, I could drop one off for you if you want.
I'm sure if I get it, I can get it at the store. You wouldn't have to make a special trip.
You'll let me know.
How
Yeah,
many
I was out
people,
today. I forgot it.
Mara, how many people were on the Maker and Baker for that?
We had a dozen sets
Oh, nice.
we're making. Yeah, it was really nice.
It
Good.
worked out beautifully. You did a beautiful job. You really did.
Oh, thank you. It was fun. It was lovely.
that plant? Is that the plant?
Yeah,
Yeah, the terrariums.
they're so
That's
cute.
so neat.
Deborah, how's the weather down there in Florida?
Good. It's been nice. We had some rain overnight, but getting warm. It's getting warmer. But it's a nice. Last night I was out at a barbecue and weather was perfect.
Good. Hey, Dan. Hey, Mike.
Hi.
Hey, Marv, Howard, Fran, Anita. Good to see everybody.
Jonah Binder's here.
Yeah, I see that. I said yes.
Yeah.
You're right.
Hi, Jonah.
Hi.
Oh, we
So,
got-
good evening, everybody, and it's good to see everybody. Shabbat Shalom. I just want to say 2 of our regulars are in the hospital. Jules Fink is in the hospital with an infection, but according to his daughter, he's improving. And Elizabeth Alcoba is in the hospital as well with liver issues related to cancer, but
So sorry.
but she also is doing better, and hopefully she'll be able to come home soon. So we send our prayers for refuah shlema, speedy recovery to both of them.
Yeah.
I'm going to mute all, but Paul, will you lead us in mincha? Okay, and there we go. And Paul, you can unmute yourself. So I call pages from 2 books, either the Lev Shalem, we're on page 289, or the blue Shabbat Sim Shalom. We're on page 1.
Asher Vesecha Od Yahalu Chasel.
Asher Shevetecha Dilu Chasel Lam Shekach Halom Shemer Tel Aviv Chamel Chayim V'Chet Jesus Nartechi Meir Lo Dili Bnei Adam Gvurtav V'Adav V'Chatam Shemer Reifa V'Shmid
Ikas and Rida by P. Barakabos, Shenko Charlie Alam Voed, and After Rakioch Meyatal Be'alam. Hallelujah.
We rise if we can for Chatzi Kaddish.
Shemay Rabbah.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Yehesh me Rabba Mevorach Le'olam Ome'al Maya.
Yisbarak, Yishtabak, Yispar, Yisram, Yisnase, Yisadar, Yisalav, Yisalosh, Medikushah, Barichu. Laelam and Kavachasa, Vishirasa, Tushkos, Menachamasa, Dami Ran, Bialma, Vimru. Amen.
Amen. We're on 291 in Lev Shalem, or 3 in Sim Shalom. We start the Amida out loud.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Eloheinu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Ha'el Hagadol Hagdol V'Nora Eloyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Kanei HaKol Zocher Chasdei Avos Mavi Goel B'nei B'neihem L'ma'an Shema B'Yahava Melech Ozem Mashiach Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Abraham Atah Gibor Le'Lam Adonai Mechayim Eisim Atrav L'Hoshia V'Chalkel Chayim B'Chesed V'Chayim Eisim Rachamim Rabim Samech Nafsim Rafei Kolim Latirasvim Mekayim Emunasal L'Shenei Ofor Yichomacham Bagvarosim Idom Melach Melech Mimisim Chayeh Masmiach Yeshua and Hamon Atalach Hayos Mesim Baruch Atah Adonai Mechayeh HaMesim
Ekadesh Shimcha B'Olam K'Shem Shmok Shem Shmiram Kakatu Vayda Me'achav V'Karazer Alzer V'Yomam
Ekadesh Shimcha B'Olam K'Shem Shmok Tishimos HaMishmim Aram Kakusu Vayan V'Yacham V'Karazer Alzer V'Yomam
Kadosh 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 Adonai Tzvot Malach La'aretz Kvodom Tam
Kadosh
Ruchim
Kadosh Kadosh and Rice Malach La'aretz Kavadol Masam Baruch Yomeru
Baruch Kavod Adonai Kamod V'Kashem HaKatuv
Baruch Adonai Kamod V'Kosh Kach Lemor
Adonai Le'olam Elohai Sion Adavador Hallelujah
Le'olam Elohai Echzil Dovador Hallelujah Le'Dovad Adniki Golecha Le'Nitzach Nitzach Kedushas Konakish V'Shivchacha Elohim Pinalai Mush Le'olam Voed Yamelach Kadosh Kadosh Atah Baruch Atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
We continue silently 294 to 299 in the Lev Shalem, or 5 to 9 in Sim Shalom. So as we conclude our private prayers, we continue with the full Kaddish, page 300 in Leif Shalem, page 10 in Sim Shalom.
Yiskadal Yiskadash Shemay Rabbah.
Amen.
Basis Rabbah Galaz Caribbean Brew. Amen.
Amen. Yesh me Rabba Mavorach Le'olam U'Me'al
Yismarach Yishtabach Yispar Yismamas Nasei Yisadar Yisalev Yisalav Shemay Kudusha Brew.
Mayim.
Elam in Kabachasa Vishirasa Tushkos Unachamasa. Amiron Bielma Biemru. Amen.
Amen.
Isabel Slasamba Sana Kabasis Rakanamo on the Vishpa Biemru. Amen.
Amen.
Amraman Shemaim Kaim Elena Makosel Biemru. Amen.
Amen.
Shalom Ramavaya Shalom. Elena Alko Israel Biemru. Amen.
Amen. Aleinu l'shabeirach l'adon hakol tenos v'shir. Torim shalom.
Can the Kabbalah or my Layman was more as far as his alcohol? Nema Bahaya Adonai Lamelach Kol Haaretz. Bayamahui Adonai Echad Ushmo Echad.
Mourner's Kaddish, Yitkadal v'Yitkadash Shemei Rabbah, v'Alma Divrach Irutei v'Yamlich Malchutei, v'Chayachon v'Yomechon v'Chayei D'chol Beit Yisrael, v'Agala v'Zman Karivim Ru Amen, Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Le'olam Ome'ol Maya, Yitbarach v'Yishtabach v'Yitpar v'Yitromam v'Yitnasei, v'Yithadar v'Yitalev v'Yitalal Shemei D'Kudesha Brichu, Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav v'yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Yasher koach, Paul. Thanks for leading us in Mincha. We continue with Kabbalat Shabbat, the service for welcoming Shabbat. We turn back in Leif Shalem to page 10 or onto page 14 in the Shabbat Sim Shalom. Yedid nefesh av harachaman mitshoch avdach el retzonach Yarutz avdach kemo ayal yishtachaveh mul hadarach ki yerav lo yedidutach minofet suf vechol tam Adonai Ziv haolam nafshi cholat ahavatach Ana el narifa nala behar ot lano am zivach Az titchazek v'titrapek v'hayetalach shivchat olam v'tikyemu rachamecha v'chusna al ben ohavach Ki ze kama nichsof nichsaf lirot betiferet uzach ana eli machmad libi chushana ve'al titalam Higalena ufros chaviv alai et sukat shelomach. Ta'ir eretz mikvodach, nagila v'nishmecha bach. Maher ahuv kiva moed, v'choneni ki me'olam. La 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 la. La 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 la. I just want to interrupt here before we continue with the rest of the service, and that just to point out that the Kabbalat Shabbat service, beginning with this poem Yedid Nefesh, and through the Psalms that were selected to be part of this extra service to welcome Shabbat Friday night, all stemmed from the mystic Jewish community that was in the city of Tzfat, or Safed in English, in northern Israel, overlooking the Sea of Galilee. And I'm thinking about this only because of the tragedy that happened in Israel last night, as 100,000 ultra-Orthodox Jews were gathered in Meron, just a short distance from Tzfat. In fact, one of the hospitals where many of the injured were taken was to the hospital in the city of Tzfat itself. So here we're saying that we want the peace of Shabbat. It's kind of a mournful tune as that is here associated with Yedid Nefesh, and even that appropriate to think about this tragedy in Israel, right there in the foothills of the Galilee. Thinking 500 years ago as this poem was written, and as the community was there escaping the Inquisition and forced expulsion from Spain, finding refuge in the land of Israel, and understanding that we're all seeking refuge in life, and Shabbat is that place that we can find sanctuary and find peace, and may it be a Shabbat of peace and blessing to all of us. So we continue with Lechuna Ranana, page 11 in Lev Shalem, 15 in Sim Shalom. Lechuna Ranana Ladonai Nari Aletzur Yishenu Nekad Mafanav Betoda Bizmirot Nari Alo Nekad Mafanav Betoda Bizmirot Nari Alo. Ki Gadol, Adonai Melech Gadol, Kal Elohim Asher Beru Machmei Ki Hu Eloheinu v'nachnu ma'arita v'tzvon yadav hayomi v'kolo tishma'u v'atakshu lachem ki mi'yuah v'masam mi'ba'azuzah. Arba'im shana kut b'dor v'omar am to'ei levavheim v'heim lo yadu derachai asher nishbati ve'api im evaun el menuchati. Shiru Ladonai Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai Baruch Shemo, Basru Miyom Leyom Yeshuato, Sapru Vagoyim Kevodo Bechol Ha'amim, Nifleotav Ki Gadol Adonai. Umehulal me'od norahu al kol Elohim ay ki kol Elohei ha'amim elilim ba'adonai shamayim asa hod v'hadar lefanav, oz v'tiferet b'mikdasho, havu l'Adonai mishpachot amim, havu l'Adonai kavod v'oz, havu l'Adonai kevod shemo, seu mincha, uva'u lechatzrotav, yishtachavu l'Adonai, behadrat kodesh chilu mipanav, kol haaretz imru v'goyim, Adonai malach avtikon tevel, bal timot yadin amim b'meisharim, yismechu hashamayim v'tagel haaretz, yiram hayam umlo yalo sadai, v'chol asher bo az yiranenu kol atzeyar lifnei Adonai, kiva lishpot haaretz, yishpot tevel betzedek, ve'amim be'emunato, lai 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 lai. Adonai malach tagel haaretz, yismechu im rabim anan v'arvel sivav tzedek mishpat. Milifnei Adon kol haaretz yigidosh shemayim tzikaru kol mimchodo yevoshu kol avnei vesel mitalelim belilim shavu lakom. Avemano yudaman mishatecha Adonai ketadonai el yonah adonai Elohim. Ohave Adonai sin ura, shomer nafshot chasidav, miad reshaim yatzileim, or zaru alat tzadik, ulishrei lev simcha, simchu tzadikim b'Adonai, v'hodu lezecher kodsho. 17 in Lev Shalem, 18 in Sim Shalom. Mizmor shiru l'Adonai, shir chadash, ki niflaot asa, hoshia lo yemino, uzero akodsho hodia, Adonai yeshuato le'enei hagoyim gilat tzidkato, zachar chasto ve'emunato, Lebeit Israel ra'u chol afsei haaretz et Yeshuat Eloheinu hariyu l'Adonai kol haaretz pitchu v'ranenu v'zameru zamru l'Adonai bechinor v'kol zimra b'chatzotzot v'kol shofar Hariu lifnei Amelech Adonai Yiram hayam umlo tevel v'yoshvei narot yimcha uchaf yachad harim yeranenu lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz yishpot tevel betzedek ve'amim be'meisharim lai 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 la 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 Lai 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 lai. Adonai malach yigazu amim yoshev kruvim tanu taretz and I'm etzion gadol v'rim huako amim eduvim. Moshe Aaron Kona, and I'll say to them, Verokim, Alalilotam. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lahar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lahar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lahar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lahar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. If we can, we rise 21 in Lev Shalem, 20 in Sim Shalom. Mizmor leDavid, Havul Adonai b'nei Elim, Havul Adonai kavod va'os, Havul Adonai kavod shemo, Hishtachavul Adonai behadra kodesh, Kol Adonai al hamayim el hakavod hirim, Adonai al Mayim Rabim, Kol Adonai ba'koach, Kol Adonai behadar, Kol Adonai shover arazim, vayeshaber Adonai et arzei halvanon, vayarkideim kemo egel, Lebanon veSiryon, Kimoven Re'emim, Kol Adonai Chotsev Lavotesh, Kol Adonai Yachil Midbar, Yachil Adonai Midbar Kadesh, Kol Adonai Yachol Elayalot, Vayechasof Ye'arot, Uveichalo kulo omer kavod, kulo omer kavod. Adonai lamabul yashav, vayeshev Adonai melech leolam, Adonai oz le'amo yitein, Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom. May be seated. We continue with Lachadodi in Lev Shalem, pages 23 to 25, and Sim Shalom, 21 and 22. Lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Hishmianu el hamyuchad. Adonai echad u'shmo echad, L'shemol tiferet veli tila, lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki mekor haberacha, Merosh mikedem nesucha, sof ma'aseh b'machshavat tchila, lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat Nekabela mikdash melech ir melucha kumitzei mitoch hafecha rav lach shevet beyemek habacha vehu yachamol alayichem la lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela hitnari me'afar kumi livshi bigdei tifartechami al yad ben Yishai beit halachmi karva el nafshi ge'ala lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela hitoreri kiva orech kumiori uri shir daberi kevod Adonai alayich nigla lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela lo tevoshi velo tikalmi ma tishtochachi uma tehemi bach yechesu aniyei ami ונבנתה עיר על תילה lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela v'hayu limshisa shosayich v'rachaku kol mevalayich yasis alayich Elohayich kimsos chatan al kala lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela yamin usmol tifrotzi v'yet Adonai taritzi al yad ish ben partzi v'nismecha v'nagila lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela boi v'shalom ateret bala gam besimcha uvetzala toch emunei am segula boi chala lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. On to page 23 in Sim Shalom, 27 and 28 in Lev Shalem. Mizmor shir, shir liom ha-Shabbat. Mizmor shir, shir liom ha-Shabbat. Tov lo tov l'Adonai, l'zamer l'shimcha l'yon. Lagi b'boker chasecha v'mocha v'leilot. K'masecha v'leilot. Kinevecha Adonai, kinevecha yavedu, bardu kol yavedu. Tzadikatamar yifrach ke'erez balvanon yiskesh etulim beveit Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu od od yenuvun beseva. Deshenim verananim yiyu lehagid ki ashar Adonai tzuri velo avlatabo Adonai malach ki lavesh Adonai os yedazot tegon tevel bati malach Asuna wrote Adonai Nasuna Rakula Nasuna Rakam Yikol my Rabbi Madi Mishmei Amadi Vamarom Adonai Eidotecha nemnu merod leveit chana v'kodesh Adonai leorech yamim la 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 Mourners and those observing Yartzeit rise for Kaddish, found on page 30 in Lev Shalem, 24 in Sim Shalom. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah v'yalma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayedachol beit Yisrael v'agala v'zman karivim ru amen Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam ol me'ol maya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudesha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen Oseh shalom b'imromav v'yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. So we turn to the back of our Sidurim for Pirkei Avot, that section of rabbinic literature, moral and ethical precepts of the rabbis that we've been studying at this point in the service instead of the selection of sources for study that's right here on these pages. We turn to page 238 in the Lev Shalem or 260 in the Sim Shalom. And we're looking at the very last one on the page, chapter 2, number 4, another statement of Gamliel, the son of Yehuda Hanasi. It says here, Hu Haya Omer, he used to say, Aseh Ritzono Kirtzoncha. Make God's will, that's his will, is the literal translation to his there is clearly God's will. Make God's will like your own will. Kidei sheya'aseh retzoncha kirtzono, so that God will make your will like his will. Okay, so it sounds a little smoother in the Hebrew. Aseh retzono kirtzoncha, kidei sheya'aseh retzoncha kirtzono. So make his will like yours, so that yours will be like his. Batel ritzonach mipnei ritzono, cancel your will if in order to do his will. Kidei sheyevatel ritzon acherim mipnei ritzonach, so that God can cancel others in favor of your will. So here's a bit of theology and in a sense from this rabbi as to how to ensure that our will be done in the world. That, in other words, that if we want blessings to happen in our life, if we want good things to happen to us in our community, in order for that would be our will, in order for that will to come true, we have to do the will of God. So if we follow God's will, which is to follow the ways of the Torah, and we lead an ethical and moral life as guided by the Torah, then we're doing God's will, then it should be that God will do our will as well. Of course, it doesn't always work out that way, but that's the way the rabbis think that the world should work. If everybody did what they were supposed to do in a moral and ethical way, then the world would be a better place. So that I'll let you read on your own. The extensive commentary on the page in Lev Shalem, if you have it, is all about this particular one and understanding this theology. So on your own, you can take a look at that. And let's turn back.
Jonah, before you do that.
Yes, go ahead, Julian. Question.
I noticed that Rabbi Yehuda Hanassi only was quoted this first time. Is he quoted elsewhere in the Mishnah?
Plenty of places in the Mishnah. Since he's the editor of the Mishnah, he has prime place in the Mishnah itself. And it's usually anything that's anonymous is usually from him. And certainly the Gemara later on, the next series of the next book of rabbinic literature's commentary on the Mishnah, he has a prominent role in the Gemara as well. So don't worry about him, but he's but the sense there is that as editor he gives some spot to other rabbis too. Okay, we turn back to the special Kaddish D'Rabbanan, which mourners and those observing Yartzeit can say. Page 38 in the Lev Shalem, 27 in Sim Shalom. 27 in the Sim Shalom. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayachon of yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, Bagalav izman karivim ru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach leolam ol me'ol maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudesha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tishbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Al Yisrael v'al Rabbanan v'al Tamidehon v'al kol Tamidehon v'al kol man de'oskin b'oraita di v'yatra hadein v'di v'chol atar v'atar yehei lahon u'lachon shlama rabba china v'chista v'rachamin v'chayin arichin u'mezona revicha Ufor kana min kadam avuhon divishmaya v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim tovim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav hu barachamav yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. If we can, we rise for Baruch Hu, the next page. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamavorach. Baruch Adonai Hamavorach Leolam Va'ed. Jeff Heisen has Yartzeit this evening for his father. I asked, he will read for us the English translation of the rest of the page, either 39 in Lev Shalem, 28 in Sim Shalom. Go ahead, Jeff.
Praised are you, Adonai, our God, who rules the universe, your word bringing the evening dusk. You opened with wisdom the gates of dawn, designed the day with wondrous skill, set out the succession of seasons, and arranged the stars in the sky according to your will. Adonai Tzavaot, you create day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness away from light. Eternal God, your sovereignty shall forever embrace us. Praise to you, Adonai, for each evening's dusk.
Thank you, Jeff, and may your father's memory always be a source of blessing and comfort to you.
Thank you.
Ma'avir yom mevi laila, mavdil ben yom ben laila, Adonai tzavot shemo, el chai v'kayam, tamidim loch aleinu leolam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai hamari varavim. Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael amcha ahavta. Torah u'mitzvot chukim u'mishpatim otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shochveinu v'kumeinu nasiach bechukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha u'v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed ki heim chayenu v'yorech yameinu Ve'orech yameinu, uvahem neger yomam v'layla, yomam v'layla. V'avatcha al tasir mimenu li'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Ba'ed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha. Ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha Hayom alavavecha veshinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uvelechtecha v'aderech uv'shachbecha uv'kumecha ukshartam lot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha uchetavtam am mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha V'hayam shmot yishmot otay Hashem v'hayam olam notem et atzechem v'toyim machosh. Taber Rabbanei Yisrael Mata Hamazazi Latam Vegenim Dodam Vasizim Melchim Lachem Zazi Vitam Toskatam Amitzvot Alavasitim Matam Vatatim Lachem 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 Shazayiti Lachem Lachem Adonai Elohechem Emet Ve'emunah Kol Zot Ve'kayam Aleinu Gen Zot Malken Ogalayim Bekapel Retzim Segulot Alechekem Odom Agoyim Sonim Sayyidona B'Shov B'Tochem Chudolem V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V'V' Moshe u'Miriam u'bnei Yisrael achanu shira b'simcha rabba v'yamru chulam mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh nora tehilot osei fele malchutcha ra'u vanecha bokeh yam lifnei Moshe ze li'anu v'yamru Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed v'ne'emar kifad Adonai et Yaakov uge'alo miyad chazak mimenu baruch atah Adonai kal Yisrael. Mike Binder has yahrzeit also for his father tonight and tomorrow, and he's going to read for us the English translation of Hashkivenu 45 in Lev Shalem or 33 in Sim Shalom. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, I've got a different book, as you know. Am I starting with Allow Us? Or...
Yes, that's the one.
Okay, all right. Allow us, Adonai our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life. O sovereign, spaced over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel and save us for the sake of your name. Shield us. Remove us Remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings. For you, God, watch over and deliver us. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people Israel, and over Jerusalem.
Thanks, Mike, and may your father's memory be a source of blessing and comfort to you and your family.
Thank you.
Ushmor tzeiteinu voeinu lechaim leshalom me'ata v'ad olam ufros aleinu sukat shalomecha baruch atah Adonai haporeis sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim. If we can, we rise for the next page. V'shameru b'nei Yisrael et haShabbat La'asot et haShabbat ledarotam berit olam beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam ki sheishet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim v'et haaretz Uvayom hashvi shavat vayinafash yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah v'yalmad divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael bagala Uvizman kariv imeru, amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevorach, leolam olam me'omaya, yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpar, v'yitromam, v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar, v'yitale, v'yitalal, shemei dekudesha berichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, Tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'imeru. Amen. We read the Amida 47 to 52 and Lev Shalem 35 to 38 and the Sim Shalom. As we conclude our private prayers, we continue on page 53 in Lev Shalem, 47 in Sim Shalom. Vayachulu Hashemayim va'aretz v'chol tzva'am, vayachal Elohim bayom hashvi'i melachto asher asa, vayishpot bayom hashvi'i mikol melachto asher asa, vayivarech Elohim et yom hashvi'i vayikadesh oto, ki vo shavan mikol melachto asher bara Elohim lasot. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibur V'Hanara El Elyon Konei Shamayim Va'aretz Magen Avot Bidvaro Mechaye Meitim B'Mamaro Ha'el HaKadosh Ein Kamohu Hameniach Le'amo B'Yom Shabbat Kodsho Kivam Ratza Lehaniach Lahem Kivam Ratza Lehaniach Lahem Lefanav Navod B'Yirav V'Fachad V'Nodeh Lishmo B'Chol Yom Tamid Me'on habrachot el haodaot Adon hashalom mekadesh hashabbat mevarech shevi umeniach b'kedusha le'amedu shnei oneg zecher l'masei L'maseh v'reishit Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu Ritzei v'mnuchateinu Kadshenu b'mitzvotecha v'tein chelkeinu v'toratecha Sabeinu mituvecha v'samcheinu b'shuatecha V'taher libeinu lavdacha be'emet V'hanchileinu Adonai Eloheinu b'avav ratzon shabbat-kodshecha V'yanuchu v'Yisrael mekadeshei shemecha Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat Yitkadal v'Yikadash Shemei Rabbah V'yalma divrach Chirutei v'yamlich malchutei B'chayechonu v'yamechonu v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael V'agalav v'zman kari v'imeru Amen Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevorach Le'olam elo me'omayayim Yitbarach v'yishtabach V'yitpar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yidadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei nekudesha b'richu le'ela mikol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran b'yalma v'imeru Amen Tikabel tzlahon v'adhon d'cho Yisrael kadam avondi v'shemai v'imeru Amen Yehei shlomo rabba min shemai v'chayim aleinu v'al Yisrael v'imeru Amen Oseh shalom b'mromav v'yaseh shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imeru. Amen. So I asked the Lanskys, however many of the Lanskys want to do it, to lead us in Kiddush, page 55 in Lev Shalem, 49 in Sim Shalom. Yeah, unmute yourselves, Lanskys.
Okay, here we are.
Okay.
Waiting for Jonah. Okay. Ready? Okay, well, let's go. No. Sorry about that. Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahavav ratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'ma'aseh v'reshit ki hu yom techila l'mikra'ei kodesh zecher l'tziad Mitzrayim Kivanu v'acharta, v'otanu kidashta, mikol hamim, v'shabbat kodshecha, Be'ahava uvratzon hinkaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat.
Amen. Yesher koach Lansky's. And we remain standing, if we can, for counting the Omer. In the Lev Shalem, we turn ahead to page 63. In the Sim Shalom, onto page 55. We are about to fulfill the mitzvah of counting the Omer, as it is written in the Torah. You shall count from the eve of the second day of Pesach, when an Omer of grain is to be brought as an offering 7 complete weeks. The day after the 7th week of your counting will make 50 days. Together, Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat haomer. In Lev Shalem, we turn to page 68 to the second to last line. In Sim Shalom to line 34. Hayom arba'a ushloshim yom, shehem arba'a shavuot, Veshisha Yamim Laomer. Tonight and tomorrow will be 34 days, making 4 weeks and 6 days to the Omer. And back to 56 and 57 in Lev Shalem, 51 in Sim Shalom. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol late gedula leotzer breshit shelo asanu kegoyei aratzot velo samanu kemishpachot adama shelo sam chelkenu kahem vegor aleinu kechol hamonam va'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim Lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu shehu noteh shomer sedavret al kein ekabel echad Eloheinu Ki ha-malchut shelcha hi olam me'atim loch bechavod, kakatuv b'toratecha, Adonayim loch le'olam va'ed, v'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yiyeh Adonai echad, Ushemo echad. Next page, Mourner's Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, v'yomad yivrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayachonu v'yomeichonu v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, b'agalav izman karivim ru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam omel maya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudesha brichu le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlom ha'rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav v'yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Before we conclude with Yigdal, just a couple quick announcements. Again, as I said at the beginning of the service, we wish a speedy recovery to Jules Fink, who is in the hospital dealing with an infection, but according to Judy, his daughter, he is improving, and to Elizabeth Alcoba, who is in the hospital dealing with complications related to the cancer that she is dealing with, but she is doing fine now and hopes to be coming home soon before dealing with the next round of treatments that she'll have to go through. But she sends her love to everybody. I spoke to her earlier today. She said, please send my love to everyone on Zoom. So tomorrow morning, 9:30 is the service. I'll be in the sanctuary with Cantor Adina. and with Cheyenne Feldman, who will become bat mitzvah. So with her immediate family, we'll be Zooming and live streaming from the sanctuary tomorrow. And tomorrow evening, Shabbos is over just before 8:45. So at 8:45, we will have evening service and Havdalah. And then Paul Tillis will be me Sunday morning, Monday morning, and Monday evening, hosting Minyan, because I'll be out of town with my wife, helping our oldest daughter move apartments. They're always our children, and when they need our help, we come when we can. So appreciate Paul being able to facilitate the services in my absence. And also Sunday evening, the annual Jewish Theological Seminary Conservative Synagogues of Washington sponsoring a study evening, which is open to anyone in North America or anyone around the world who gets emails from JTS. It's about dealing with racism. The information's on the calendar. Go to the shul calendar. It's also in the weekly daf that came out as well. When you go to the registration page on JTS, just put the promo code partner. I think it has to be all caps, and then it's free registration for this evening with scholars from the seminary talking about racism in America. Everything else is on that Shabbat sheet and the weekly update. We conclude with Yigdal 62 in Lev Shalem, 53 in Sim Shalom. Yigdal Elohim Chai v'yishtabach nimsa v'yenei tel mitziyuto echad v'yen yachid keyichudo nelam v'gam ein sof le'achduto ein lo demut haguf v'yeino guf lo na'aroch elav kedushato kadmon l'chol davar asher nivra rishon v'yen reshit l'reshito hino adon olam v'chol notzar yoreh gedulato u'malchuto shefa nevuato netano el anshe segulato v'tifarto lo kam b'Yisrael kemo she'od naviu mabit et temunato Torah temet natan le'amo el al yad neviyo neman beito lo yachal Yifa'el v'lo yamir dato le'olamim lezulato tzofeh v'yodea setarenu mabit l'sof davar b'kadmato gomer ish chesed kemifalo noten l'rasha ra kirishato yishlach leketz yamin meshichenu lifto mechake ketz yeshuato meitim yechayel berov chasto baruch adei ad shem tilato meitim yechayel berov chasto Baruch Adei Ad Shem Tehilato.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Everybody.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Jeff and Mike and the
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Al, have a great
Shabbat
Thank you.
Shabbat shalom.
Have a good trip, Al.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, yes.
Nice
Have fun,
vacation.
Al, with your
Have a
daughter
safe
and
trip.
son-in-law in the Bahamas.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll think
Oh,
about
man.
you while you have
Yeah.
a ball.
We'll look forward to a new virtual background when
There
you
you
get back.
go.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
All right. Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat
Shabbat
shalom,
shalom.
everyone. Shabbat shalom.